Hello, Alexander. I saw a post from you where you generated a business making 3.5K a month at the moment. Obviously, you're scaling it from the skills you learned in the real world. For now, I'd like to begin with what was your life like before joining the real world?
Well, before joining the real world, to be honest, I didn't have any like-minded people like to work in conjunction with. Most people that I knew, like they didn't really want to work hard or like make more money than their peers. And I knew that also, like, even though it's kind of cliche for people to say, "Oh yeah, but money doesn't buy you happiness." Well, it depends how you spend it. So when you see people that are rich that are happy, you're like, you have to question that thought. And that's why I wanted to join the real world and increase my income and also become independent in the sense that I wasn't relying on a geographically fixed job, so I could be working from anywhere around the globe. I wanted to have my own team, my own like controlled income. I wanted to really to control my income.
What was your living situation like before you joined? Was it normal? Were you struggling in any way?
I wasn't struggling financially, but it wasn't obviously the paradise in the sense that I wasn't making 5, 10 grand a month or any big money. I was just a regular student, going to school, just a regular guy doing his studies. But since I joined the real world, I've also like increased considerably my income. As I said, like become independent. So yeah, that's something that was really changed my life.
It's a great attribute of the real world, the community, because in this case, they're pushing you to do better, to strive for more. So, did you notice spending more time with the people in the real world after you joined than with your old friends, or not really?
Yeah, there's a huge mentality shift in the sense that regardless of the number, the goal of the students in the real world is just getting better every day compared to just hitting a goal like a milestone and then just like saying, okay, I'm done now, like giving up. The goal isn't a money milestone, is more of like going through the grind and actually enjoying the work, enjoying getting new clients, enjoying delivering good results. And that was a big mentality shift compared to, as I said, the other friends that I had before.
And now going back to the business you built, how's it there going?
It's going great. So the first client I onboarded, I did all the Facebook ads and all the copywriting myself. But now I have just hired a video editor to do the video editing for the Google Facebook ads, and I've also hired a caller because obviously once you get the leads, you need to filter them and qualify them.
What were the three biggest lessons you learned from the real world?
I would say the first one is patience, in the sense that I saw a lot of students who actually, I mean, surprisingly, they came and then they left a few weeks later. But it's funny how the people who left because they sent 50 emails and it didn't work are the ones who got no results, and the people who sent 200 emails and stuck through it and got their first client, the 300th email, those are the ones getting the results, and those are the ones who are staying. And the big advantage of having the community is that it like auto filters itself in the sense that people who have a bad mentality and give up, well, they don't access the higher levels of the content and therefore they don't access the higher end chats. The second one I would say would be self-reflection, in the sense that most people are arrogant and believe that if it worked in 2 weeks for somebody else, it should work in less than 2 weeks or at least 2 weeks maximum for them. And if within 3 weeks it's not working, well, then it's definitely not their fault. It's the content or something else, or he was cheating or whatever. And the reality is some people got their first client in like 3 days and some people got their first client in 2 months. But nobody got their first client by giving up. And I think that self-reflection and realizing that if you lost the game, or if emails aren't working, or if the DMs aren't working, or if you can't get good results for your client, it's because you're the problem, not the client, not the applications, not the X, Y, and Z. The third lesson would be speed. Why? Is because well, if you say, okay, I'm going to do this tomorrow, and well, what you mean by tomorrow is I'll do it when I want to do it, which will be never, because if you didn't want to do it today, you won't do it tomorrow. Speed is the difference between winners and losers. It's as easy as that. Somebody who sends 100 emails a day compared to somebody who sends 10 emails a day, that's speed, because he was quicker getting the information, he was quicker delivering the results, and he maybe worked more hours, but all in all, he'll get much more results.
And now to clarify about your business, is the 3.5K a month business your main project, or is it something you're doing on the side? There's something else.
I do have other business on the side that aren't related to the real world, but those were, I would say, the fruit as well of my mindset shift. I did join a few other networks, not educational platforms, but just like networking groups, meeting other business people. And because I had already learned how to approach people that are more successful than you or have a bigger following, like being humble and just providing value, that allowed me to connect with people that had like big businesses, and I was able to actually help them. Those are like 20 grand per month deals each. That's crazy because like 8 months ago, before I joined the real world, I wasn't doing any of this. Like I was just at school, just your regular Joe. But now I'm like, slowly but surely doing things that usually 20-year-olds don't do. And so I'm quite enjoying this process.
Looking forward to see your progress in future. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.